Hello, everybody. Today, I will be doing my Q&A questions that my Discord members asked me. So, let's start. So, Mr. I think it's Shadows, please. Um, your list of your top five favorite games ever, maybe top 10. Um, so I would say obviously, City Skylines is number one. I would say Divinity Original Sin 2 is number two. Um, I would say that's tough, because I do play a lot of games, but I would say number three is probably like I don't know, maybe like Clash Royale. I feel like it's a good way to like pass time when you're not like at home or something. Number four is probably Baldur's Gate 3. I guess similar reasons to Divinity Original Sin 2. I think it's a great game overall, very enjoyable, very replayable. But I think Divinity Original Sin 2, I just like the systems better. Um, Number five is probably like Big Ambitions. It's a business building game. It's really fun in the early game, but I kind of sometimes like City Skylines that it gets less fun as you build like more shops and everything. So number six is probably Stardew Valley. I haven't played that game in a little while, but I think I do enjoy it a lot, especially with mods. There's so much things you can do there, and I think it's just such a cozy and relaxing game most of the time. So number seven is probably City Skylines 2. I feel like City Skylines 1 with mods is much better than 2. I would say the only thing 2 has, or a few, I mean, obviously has a few things better, but I would say the graphical improvement and the traffic AI, supposedly. Um, I feel like just straight up the graphics, I think that's the saving grace for City Skylines 2. But I still enjoy City Skylines 1 much more. Obviously, I'm more used to City Skylines 1, but I think, anybody could rate City Skylines 2 higher than 1. It's just the matter of personal preference and how much mods I use, because I use a lot of mods. So, number 8 is, I guess, Minecraft. I don't know. I don't really play Minecraft anymore, at least not alone. Um, which I think is a common theme with Minecraft. If you're like alone, it's kind of boring, but like with friends, it's actually pretty fun. So, you know, it's always fun to do like survival world or realm. So maybe I'll set up a realm one day. Who knows? Um, I can't really think of any others for now. Um, oh, actually, maybe like number nine is like Farthest Frontier. I feel like the game just got out of early access. I think so. I haven't really played it too much lately, but I did really like the game. Um, I haven't really played it too much, but again, I'll be forward to making more videos on it. So I think I've made like three or two. So, oh yeah, I'll say those are my top nine favorite games. So let's move on to the next one. All right, so next one, Baldur's Gate or Divinity 2. I think I just said, but I would say Divinity 2. I think I like the combat better. Um, Obviously Baldur's Gate 3 has like more like cinematics. It looks better. Um, but like I think Divinity 2, I really like the story. The characters, like the first time I finished the game, I was like, whoa, this actually felt so cool. And I never felt just like any other game do that. Alright, so moving on to Mr. Blue Globe. Do you plan on making videos on any other games in the future? If so, what games? So, yeah, I would say so. If those games that were on my favorite list, I'm open to doing videos on them. Um, you know, anything is fair game. There's new games published like daily. So if I find something that I like, there's nothing stopping me from like doing a new video on it. If you know. All right. So, so shadows, please. Why did you find Cities Skylines so fun? Like, why are you playing over 1,000 hours? So, the reason I find Cities Skylines 1 so fun is basically because the modding. I have a lot of mods and assets, and when you have that many assets and mods, you can create so many different things. So it's such a like a sandbox. So I really like modeling my cities after like real life cities. Um, giving them stories, giving them lore, why they're like this. Um, Obviously, I think without the mods and assets, I don't know if I'll be still playing because I think maybe Colossal Order depends too much on mods, but that's fine for the first game. So I think that's why I still playing Cities Skylines. All right, next question. So why do you mainly play Cities Skylines one and not two? So I stated for the previous reasons. Cities Skylines 2, as of the date of recording, does not have official asset support. There are custom assets, but they're a bit questionable on how well they are maintained, how well, if they'll break your game or not. And there's not as many. I feel like I'm more used to the mods on City Skylines 1. I feel like they're better. There's more mods on City Skylines 1. They give you more control over the game. Um, and, I mean, it's just nostalgia or something, but, every time I try to go back to City Skylines 2, um, I just end up in City Skylines 1 back again. So, in the future, do you plan to prioritize quantity in your videos or the other way around? So, I would probably want quality over quantity. Um, Same reason. I think if I was the other way around, I think it just blend in with a lot of the low effort like videos and a platform that the AI slop that hey guys I'm gonna be famous, please let me know how it is or something. I don't know, but I feel like I mean those videos just I don't like them. I just dislike them because they're just so low effort. Like if you want to be famous, like actually put effort into it. And I'm not no, and look, my end goal with YouTube is to have fun with it, not to be famous, not to be recognized in public, not to make millions of dollars. That'd be nice, but that's not my end goal. And I think you know many YouTubers fall into that trap that if you don't get a million views in your video, you'll never enjoy it. But I think that's not true. I think having even like a small community like me, I feel like that's enjoyable. Um, and I obviously want to grow, but I don't say only to look at numbers. Also, if you like keep grinding it out, you'll get you get bored of it. So I would say just time it. Maybe strike like a balance over the two, which I want to do. But obviously since I'm kind of busy, um, there's limited times I can actually record, especially the voiceovers, which take a while. Uh, so yeah, I think hopefully that was a good answer. All right, so I'm a guy here says, what do you see your channel turning into the future? I feel like it'll pretty much always be focused on gaming content. If I had to guess, um, I think gaming is a good like platform to like build a channel on. Um, maybe there might be other ones, like the brain rots, the Roblox, but I I think I just want to keep on doing the same games I'm doing right now. Maybe add one or two, but I think I just want to keep my channel the way it is. Um, keep growing that selective community of people that share the same interests as I do, and then possibly wait one day reach 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully, maybe get monetized. But I always maybe I won't, it won't be my full time job. I don't think it will be. Um, but I think even if I you know in later in life can't really put much time into it, I'll always try to put a video out or two because I genuinely enjoy it. The only thing that's keeping me from it is real life stuff. All right, so what inspired you to make content? Um, I would say what inspired me is the other YouTubers. When I was younger, all these YouTubers with like thousands, like millions of views. It was really cool, especially seeing the same people that played my favorite games, and like it was pretty cool because I could be the one doing the videos and people looking up to me and like inspiring them. Um, and I think I really find it very like cool to be able to make videos on YouTube. Um, and like I guess like one day, uh, hopefully I'll keep inspiring others to make content of their own. All right, so Marvel or DC? Oof, I mean, I think Marvel has kind of fallen off. I'm not sure about DC, but I would still go for Marvel. I think for me, I've watched over Marvel movies. DC isn't bad. The Superman movie was cool. I think it was a pretty good movie. Um, Marvel, they've had questionable shows lately. But I think they still edge out DC. Messi or Ronaldo. Um, I think, um, well, don't judge me for this, but I am a Ronaldo fan. I will always say he's a goat, no matter what others say. Um, Roast me in the comment section all you want. I'll always stick with that. So cats or dogs. I would probably say dogs. I feel like I feel like you can get closer with them. They'll be waiting from you like when you get back from school or work. Um, I've seen like lots of like dogs like they're really nice. My family has a bunch of dogs as well, and like it's like I don't know. It's just feel like like they recognize you even like if you don't like visit for some time, and I feel like you can do. I mean, like they're kind of like your little friend from Mr. Smiley Face. Um, what's your favorite color? I would say probably like a teal. Used to be blue, but it's kind of the same color. That my name is here. Um, a roll. I think that's like a clean color. What's your favorite food and drink? So my favorite food is probably pizza. I know, uh, pretty generic, but I think nothing beats it out. My drink, I think it's actually water. And let me explain. So I feel like water when you're out like on a very like sunny day, nothing really beats water. Maybe a lemonade, but in general, like water's just a go. It's healthy, I guess. So like your sodas that like have 1,000 grams of sugar. Um, water just like hydrates you. Like I think it's the go of all drinks. So your favorite mobile game, if any, I should say it's probably Clash Royale. It's a good way to, pass time, maybe not relax because it's very easy to tilt there. Um, but like 5 minute games, in between like waiting or anything. I think that's why I play it. What's the hardest thing about making videos? What takes the longest to think about or even do possibly? So, uh, for now, I'm not struggling with ideas. I feel like since I have a lot of untapped potential with the games I'm playing, with City Skylines one, there's basically an infinite amount of possibilities. It is a sandbox game, so you know I don't think like thinking about like ideas is the most difficult thing. It's really easy to just go on YouTube, vidIQ, and just find video ideas, um, and then just put your own twist into it. Um, so the longest or most difficult thing to do is probably, I guess, the editing. If I had to say, I think it's probably the editing because I think that takes the most amount of time. Because on top of the like actual recording, you have to like it goes to voiceover, the editing. So you're basically doing like the entire like segment of the video again, which I think takes the longest time. It's so annoying. I also cannot make good thumbnails without help. Um, yeah, but I think I would say it's just editing. Maybe even like getting motivated to actually do the video, but you know, I think it's editing. I think, and you could hear that from most others. All right, so thank you so much for asking these questions. I really appreciate it, guys, and I'll see you next time. And I'll do a new Q&A. 500 subscribers, maybe another video. But stay tuned in for that. Thank you, guys.